Hi. Hi, Queen Beck. Yes, Lovely's hair. Oh my goodness, I missed all those. Okay, hi y'all. Hi, welcome, welcome. Tell me where you're from, where you're tuning in from. Lulu from Houston. Hi, Lulu. Akon from Sudan. Awesome. Lillian from Nigeria. Welcome. Hi. Hi. Jasmine from New Orleans. Love that you're here doing this. Oh, thank you. I love that you're here. Haley from Richmond, VA. Hi. Nigeria. Awesome. Brazil. Yes, honey. Thank you guys so much for coming in to join me. Hi. Keely from South Africa. Nova Scotia, Canada. Awesome. My mom and I, funny story. Alexa, stop. Funny story. One day, my mom and I decided we were going to drive to Canada from upstate New York for the day. Alexa, stop. Can I get her to get it together? Delray, hey, that's home. Whoop whoop. Fort Lauderdale in the house. Yeah, so one day we decided we were going to drive ourselves to Canada for the day from upstate New York because someone told us it was, only a few hours. Yeah, no. Like 7 hours later, no. Don't do it. It's not that close. New Orleans, whoop whoop. Hi, Gabby. Yeah, never ever take somebody's word for it. Get a map, okay? Thank you all so much for coming in. Thank you for the love. Thank you for introducing yourselves. And if you have any questions throughout the broadcast, I try to be really interactive. That's where we went, Montreal. That's where we drove to. It is a long drive from like Newburgh area. Yeah, no. Christina from Cali. I love Cali. Yes, everything's better on the West Coast. Don't get mad at me, y'all. I love Cali. Thank you all so much for coming in. Like I said, if you have questions and you want to interact, don't hesitate to ask, and I will answer your questions as I can. And if I forget things, sometimes I forget things, so I have everything written and typed and all these different things to stay on track to make sure you get the message that I intended for you to have. So if I miss it, I will scroll up and go back to your questions, okay? But feel free to ask and interact, okay? Hi from Austin, Texas. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Tori Torres. I am a serial entrepreneur, social media and digital marketing strategist, author, podcast host, designer to the stars, branding genius, seriously ask me anything, and super mommy to Christian and Carmelo. I've run my online business successfully for 16 years selling bling. I've been featured on VH1, MTV, Bravo TV, Project Runway, and House of DVF, to name a few. And my products are used by some of the biggest celebrities. Rihanna, Queen Bee, Khloe Kardashian, Kylie Jenner, and of course, Diane von Furstenberg. I started in my living room and took my business literally to the red carpet by learning how to develop influence and partnering with other brands to grow it. Thank you. So what does that mean for you? So for you, I teach you how to create influence with your audience that converts, okay? And how to monetize your passion. Thank you guys for the kind words. I so appreciate you. So earlier this week, I actually ran a poll on the Posh Girls Club page as well. Okay, the same poll. Who participated in the poll? Send me some diamonds if you responded to my poll. Because 85% of people said they were ready. And then I had like 15% that was like, I'm not ready. No, she's not here for it. You're going to answer my poll, okay? So thank you to the 85% of people that were ready to participate and that did, because now you get something for it. I have some content and information based on that data, okay? Thank you, Wendy. Awesome. So, earlier this week I ran a similar poll, and so I wanted to do that for the audience for Business Rules for Women as well. Shout out to Gabby. because data is very useful. Data is a great thing to look at and use in your business. Hi, Aurora. So without data, you can't grow. You don't understand your audience. You don't know what they want. So I'm really big on running data. Okay. And I was actually kind of astounded by the results. Because the fact that so many people are running their business through Instagram, and a really large amount of them are struggling, and some that includes some of you guys, with some of the key elements that are necessary for a, an Instagram business specifically too, when you run your business on Instagram. So I remember I did some research last November, and in November, 50% of the businesses on Instagram that are run only on Instagram. So they're not, they don't have like a separate website. Some of them may have blogs, but for the most part, the business is running through Instagram. Is anyone here one of those people? Hi. Send me some diamonds if you're one of those people that's just run your business on Instagram or on social media, because that's actually a really important factor for this content specifically. Okay, so what I found was that the majority of people who responded like less were saying that they were in business for less than a year. So those who didn't really understand a lot of the concepts, the questions, what was it, four questions that I had, a lot of them. Okay, so here we go. I would love to run your own business. Okay. So this really, really applies to you guys, because I'm going to give you the stats in a second as well. Because I like to, well, there's some definite ways to do that, and we're going to cover some of that today. That's exactly why I asked. So when I started Posh Life Bling over 16 years ago, I was exactly the same way. Like one of those businesses, I had this idea and I just wanted to run with it. And, you want to get it on the map. You want to get started. You want to start making money, start making your footprint, right? Back then, there weren't blogs or Instagram business coaches or, all of those resources to help you. Hi, thank you. There weren't all of those resources available at the time. This is internet. Sales was very, very new. God, that makes me feel old. I am not old. Cat. Business. I was a business major, and I'm actually getting my master's right now. So shout out to Florida State. Hi, Jan. So the great thing now is that you have a lot of coaches and people who basically are taking their experiences and their time and cutting out the trial and error for you. Okay. So when I collect these results, like in the poll today, I actually go in and I look at the different accounts of the people who responded to each comment, okay, to each question, each poll question, so that I can connect that person and that business to their issue. So now I can go in and say, oh, this person said they didn't struggle with branding, but they struggled with content, creating that daily content to create a dialogue with their customer. And they're struggling with getting the sales. So turning that customer from a visitor to a buyer. Okay. So yeah, I looked and I'm trying to make the correlations between each one to make sure that the content that I'm going to deliver is, she said, let me know my issue. Hi, boo. To make sure that the content that I'm going to deliver is actually valid and useful at the end of the day, because that's the whole point. That's why you're here. You want it to make a difference in your business. So there's a lot of times where people, okay, let's get into this. Let's go ahead and get into the results. Okay. It's crazy how similar the results were to my page. It was very similar results. So yeah, we're going to dig into this. So the questions that I asked were, do you have a problem with branding? And 73% of people said that they struggle with their branding. And that is, the branding includes it. not just the look and design and feel or your logo. It encompasses a lot of things. It encompasses your voice and the message. So when you go to the Posh Girls Club, when you go to Business Rules for Women, you instantly know the message, the voice of that brand. Okay, so your voice has to be clear to start. So 73% of people said they struggle with it, and 27% said they're good. Okay, that's always a really interesting one too. So number two, 87% of people said that they struggle with copy, and that is creating that message, the content that you're going to now use every single day when you're talking to your audience. Okay, and 13% said nope, they were good, but that's not that's not a lot of people when you look at the number of people who responded to that question. Number three was 81% said that their visitors and their followers are not buying, and 19% said that they are buying. I think I got that one right. I want to make sure I got that one right. So yeah, 81% not buying, yep, and 19% buying. Not a good number. That means not a lot of conversions are going on, okay? And the final question that I asked was, how long have you been in business? Was it 31% said more than a year, and 61% said less than a year. And that actually kind of makes sense when you look at the numbers and you look at the content where people say they're struggling with branding. That says exactly what I said in the beginning, where you have an idea, you've got a great product or you've got a great service, and you don't know any of the business part of setting it all up and making it happen. You just know what you know, right? Okay, yeah. So these are basically my responses, my results, and what I observed when I went back and, like I said, made the connections through all of when I made the connections, all of the different businesses. Okay, so number one, the very first thing, and some of these are similar to the issues that I noticed from the Posh Girls Club followers, but there were a couple other ones that I got a chance to look into as well. And I might have just missed these. Hi. So, okay. Number one was the one that I think is probably the most common, and it's the most obvious, which is crazy, but it's the link in the bio. Okay, my girls know I call this bleeding money. When you don't have a link in your bio for people to go to, that's bleeding money. There's nowhere for the conversion to happen. There's you're not sending them anywhere. So they basically get to your page, and especially for people who are new, who don't have a lot of content yet, collect the lead. Even if you're not ready to collect a sale, you don't want to miss out on that lead. You don't want to miss out on sending that customer to another location, because I think the stat is that like 70% of new visitors to your website don't return. 70%. Okay, I'm big on stats, so I like to go through and get statistics and read. I read a lot. So to think that 70% of people that come, you're missing out on those opportunities. Bleeding money. Can't do it. Hi, Arianda. Yeah, so that was the first thing that I noticed, that a lot of, I would say, a good 60% of people, that is very high. That is very high. So a good 60% of the people who said they struggled with their branding, that's one of the very first parts of your setup, okay? So the second one, and this goes right along with that, is the description was non-descriptive, okay? So we've got a page. This is like the opportunity for your 10-second pitch. So if you have something that you want to say, if you walk up to Oprah, right, you get 10 seconds to get her attention and talk to her. What would you say? What are the most important things that you would want to say to her? YouTube is fine. YouTube absolutely works fine. What is the number one thing that you'd want to say to her to gain her attention, to make yourself stand out? Okay, so your description is every bit as important. And yes, YouTube is fine, especially if you're starting out, if you don't have a website. or if you are like a vlogger or a beauty influencer. I have a lot of beauty influencers in my business that I work with. So yeah, YouTube is perfectly fine. The point is, what are they going to do when they get to YouTube? Do you have a product link? Do you have a hi Janice? Do you have a product link? Do you have oh, that's so cool. You can do like the little waves now. That's so cute. Yeah, you can do a product link. So do you have something connected to that? Okay, once they get to YouTube, what happens? Because the point is to get a conversion. So are they going to be able to sign up for your email list where you can communicate with them and grow that relationship? Are they going to purchase a product that you're going to talk about on YouTube? What happens once they get there? Okay, that's what you have to think about. So yes, that description is your 10-second pitch. It's to grab someone's attention and hold on to their attention and get them to do something, okay? My issue is I'm attracting a lot of business IGs to my IG. Most of them are in my field. That's your hashtags are off then. Are you using hashtags? That's always the issue there. Generally, I can't say always, but mostly that's the issue, is that your hashtags are off, okay? Let's see. Number 3, and this is a big one for me. This one's a big one, okay? And my girls, they probably already know what I'm about to say because I've talked about this a little bit this week, but luckily there's some new ones in here that I found on the Business Rules for Women page. So, number 3 is the service is all over the page. Send me some diamonds if you've heard me say that before. The service is all over the page. So some of you have some really great pages. I actually went through the visuals look good, except there were too much of your service, too much of the visual. And what I mean by that is, for example, lashes. The lashes, you don't want to have a page that's full of lashes. And I probably have said this here as well, yes, because you don't want to have a page that's just full of what you do, okay? That goes back to need, want, and desire. I mean, and I saw a lot of that. So I'm every time I see it, I'm going to bring it up because I want you to stop doing it. Okay, I make filters, logos, and other graphics. I have a Tumblr link connected to it. I have a site, but it's for my photography, which I promote on a different page now. Okay, so tell me what your question is, because you gave me some facts. Tell me what your question is, okay? So, yes, that could absolutely, and if you want at the end, sometimes my girl, they like when I do this, when I go onto the page and kind of give you some, kind of look your page over and point out the things, not in a negative way. It's all growth. It's all lessons, right? That's my problem. Okay, yeah, stop doing that. So we've got, that's really popular with lashes and hair. And the other one is with a bunch of, with a bunch of copy on the images. So do you guys know what I mean when I say that? It's not that you can't have words on your images. What it is when you have, when you've got sales copy, like buy now, or you have your event posters, people don't generally read those. Think about who runs Facebook ads. Anyone run Facebook ads? You will notice there's certain images that it'll tell you you're not going to get a lot of views, or they'll disapprove your ad. Yeah, that distorts your feed, and it generally turns people off, so they're not going to investigate further. Okay. I sell dolls on our page, so I have to show them. What else should I put on the IG? Well, that's something we would definitely have to talk about more in depth in a one-on-one session. But you want to incorporate it because it's going to determine who your audience is, who you are as a brand, what your message is. What else do you talk about around the dolls? Because, see, that's where people get confused. Everything isn't just about, it's not about the product. It's about what goes with it, the lifestyle. Okay? All right. So number 4, and this is a big one that I saw, probably the first 10 accounts that I looked at were private accounts. So I don't know if they were, and I'm not talking about private as far as your personal page. I am talking about business pages. You're welcome, babe. And I actually have an offer for one-on-ones later, a discounted offer for one-on-ones. So Not to shut you down or anything like that, but that really does depend on a lot of factors. But no, you don't just post the dolls. Whatever your service or product is, for anyone who would ask that question, the answer is you incorporate multiple things, but those things will depend on your market. It will depend on what you do. It will depend on your brand. It will depend on your audience, okay? Never understood why business pages are private. Yeah, back to the private. Okay, so I don't understand. When you have the link, you have the actual link there. Oh, cool. So you have the actual link there for you to for you to see the business website, but you're blocked. You're blocked. I can't get in. I can't see you. I can't communicate with you. I don't understand how that works. You can't run a business on Instagram. I mean, that's a duh. But believe it or not, you'd be surprised. They don't want money in real life. I don't know. That's crazy. But you would be surprised how many I've actually seen that have it private. And that's just something. If you want to keep it private, separate your business from your personal, which you should do anyway. Okay. So number 5, we've talked about this a little. I'm not sure if we've done it here. So I'll run over it quickly because, again, I saw this one a lot. MLMs. I saw multi-level marketing, like It Works and distributors and spa products, like beauty products and things like that. Same thing. It looks just like every single other page. And I talked about that one, so I'm not going to beat that dead horse. Okay. This was a big one too. Number 6 is the phone number is not where it goes. So this kind of goes back to, and email as well, aren't where they should be. So if you click on a profile, right? You go into the profile, there's the box for the phone number and there's a box for the email, right? If you put them in your description, you're missing out on your 10-second pitch. So use those boxes for what they should be used for, okay? Big one, because that space, you only get, like maybe 200 characters if you're lucky, right? So number 7, this kind of goes with, someone asked me a question a few minutes ago. They don't want money in real life. That's just hilarious. That is hilarious. So, okay, incorporate lifestyle. So I saw someone's page who, I don't know if they're on, but I saw someone's page who has sold fabrics, great fabrics, but the page was full of fabrics. The point is to incorporate lifestyle, okay? What can I do with them? What do I do with the fabrics? Those are things that I want to see. I want to see how you use it. Give me ideas, right? Number 8 is, this is a big one. Instagram is not for selling, okay? Your website is for selling. Instagram is for creating the desire. So I see a lot of people go right in for the sale, and that's why you're not converting. That's why you're not getting the leads. That's why you're not getting the followers, because you're turning people off, because all they ever see or hear from you is a sale. There's no story. And that leads me into number 9. There is no clear story. There's no brand message. There's nothing that, I just answered your question. Awesome. Yeah. I should be able to look at your page and get a really clear message and story from you. I should understand your brand, your product, who you are as the person offering it, okay? All right, where's my next page here? Oh, this is a big one too. And let me check my time. Okay, I'm pretty good on time. Okay, she said I answered her question. Awesome. Number 10. Oh yeah, so this is a good one too for bloggers, for influencers, for beauty, fashion, what else? Health, coaching, pretty much anything where you are the brand. One of the pages that I saw was similar to one of the people that responded to mine as well that I happened to catch. And it was a page full of images of just the person's face. Okay? Just the face, Uh, I'm a current student learning these things in class, and I'm honestly soaking up more from you than my professors. Thank you. Oh, thank you. That's awesome. Thank you. I'm I'm 10 and I have a business. Thank you for the tips. Awesome. Good stuff. I love it. My guys have a business too. That's awesome. So, yeah, just a page full of your images. So, I get that you're a beauty influencer or an influencer or a health coach and you're showing yourself. But beyond that, just the image of you doesn't give the user a clear, defined message of who you are. Okay, it doesn't relate back to the customer in any way. So, there we go. So, yeah, you have to think about like CoverGirl. CoverGirl has an Instagram page. I'm on their page a lot. You're welcome. I'm on their page a lot. I love CoverGirl. And think about why they choose the influencers that they choose. I mean, there's a lot of beautiful people in the world, right? Lots of them, all over. Well, they look at more than just, and think about Tyra. This is an example I used on my page the other day as well. America's Next Top Model, it's like she had the whole like boss season where it was the Instagram boss. The season that she was gone, Tyra left us for a whole year. But she used women who had it like a story. It's more than just the outer appearance. Okay. Excuse me. It's about the story behind the face. So when you're creating your visuals, consider that, okay? Okay, so moving on to problems, people who said that they had problems with their copy and creating the text and the captions. That's basically what the copy is, right? So my suggestion is something that I tell my boys all the time. Yeah, there's got to be a story behind the face. I tell my guys all the time, when something doesn't work, the light doesn't come on, the speaker isn't coming on, check the cord. Check the cord, okay? Start from the beginning. Go back to the source. Check the power source. And generally what happens is you're not telling a story. You need to tell a story. Tell a story that connects to your sales copy, because that is what draws people in. That is how you reach your target audience, okay? For example, when I talked about blogging over like the last 2 weeks, for me, blogging was about, well, not blogging. For me, it was like starting this business and this whole venture of entrepreneurship and working for myself and getting like the freedom in my life that I wanted. That's a story that a lot of women can take from. That's a lot of women can relate to, wanting to be at home with their kids or wanting to have financial freedom from like a man. I was married at the time, right? That's something that a lot of people can relate to. So when I talked about blogging, I talked about it from that perspective because it's a perspective that's real to me. And so I know if it's real to me, it's going to relate to other people as well. So when you're talking to people, when you're sharing your brand and your story and even leading people into a sale, make it personal to that person, okay? Make it personal to the individual. People relate to the narrative and then they buy with you because they need, want, and desire what you're offering in that narrative. So it's very rare that I have to go and say, oh, go buy this or go you generally don't say that. I'll relay the message and then connect the offer to it. And the people who need, want, and desire that will jump on that offer. Okay? So the next one is buying and not buying. Let's see. Okay. I just wanted to catch up on my notes. So someone asked the question. Let me see if I can go back to it. Can you speak on how to find the right hashtags for your target audience? I could. So I'm going to give you this one. I'm going to give you this as far as hashtags go. Because this is something that I do in the branding sessions. It's a full makeover for your business, okay? That includes pretty much every single step that we've covered today. So generally your hashtags, and this is what I'm going to say on that, generally your hashtags should relate to what your customer wants to do as opposed to what you do. That's the simple way of breaking it down. This is awesome. I use hashtags, but people don't like to work with me because I'm a kid. Well, what is your business? Thank you. What's your business? So, okay, the buying and the not buying. Now, do you guys see how all of these different things connect with one another? Send me some diamonds if it makes sense. The branding relates to the message that you're putting out every day in your content, the visuals and the copy. And then you've got the sales that relate to how you're presenting the offer. So you're not connecting people emotionally to what you're offering. You make vegan soaps. That's awesome. I would imagine that there are a lot of ways that as a kid you could leverage that business. My boys have an icy business. Okay. Thank y'all for the diamonds. Thank you. Good. So, awesome. You can share lives in your friends' DMs. So my boys have a icy business, and what we did is figured out how to. Their dad started the business when we were together, and then I kind of branched off with the boys in their business, and so it's actually in the Business Rules for Women bio, so you can find the offer there, and it's a 10% offer as well, which I'm going to tell you, 10% off. So the boys, what I did is took it and tailored it to a way that it would fit a niche market. So instead of doing the events the way their dad does them, I set it up so that, and this is for my 10-year-old that's on right now, because I got love for the babies out there hustling. What we did is they both played baseball at the time. So like last summer, we took it and then created where the ices were like team themed. So we basically met a different market, a market that's just for the younger. So maybe even connecting with vegan companies, yes, but trying to find a way to connect as a kid to other kids and introducing them to something that they might not be used to. That's how that works. Hi. That's how that works, okay? It's at 6 tonight. Okay. So I hope that answered that question. Let's see. Okay, so the makeover is in the Business Rules for Women bio, and it's going to be 10% off with code BRFW, like Business Rules for Women. So definitely we'll do a whole session together where we talk about every single one of these things. And I also am offering you guys my Babe book. So anyone who can't do the whole makeover can get the Babe book for like $22. It's really expensive. And someone told me the other day that I need to raise the price of it. Someone who bought it. She said it's way too inexpensive for all of the content because it goes from the very beginning, from branding to content creation to the sales part of it, how to make those sales pitches not sound like a sales pitch. So you go through the whole process of setting up your Instagram because so many of you are new to business. Like that number was kind of insane, which I love. I love the character themed soaps. Bomb. Yes. I'll tell my mom to buy the book. Yeah. Tell her to get the book. The book's inexpensive, and the book teaches what I teach one-on-one. So if you can't get the one-on-one where we sit down and discuss everything together, and I do it specifically for your brand, you basically can do the parts for yourself. Okay? You got the Babe book. That's right. Do I recommend? It's called the Babe book. It's right if you look under the Business Rules for Women in the bio, it says Tori's Babe book. So we make it really easy for you to find it because again, when I recognize your need, want, and desire, just like here on this live, and just like going through the content, I know it's got exactly what you need because you're here, you took the poll, and I know that this is it. Number one, is my bestseller. I've sold over 600 of those this year, copies of those. You got it this morning. Awesome. Yeah, it is going to change the way you do business. It really does. And actually on my profile this morning, one of my diamond girls who I think she's almost closer to my mom's age, and I love her. She actually got a feature in she got one of my books, the celebrity book, to teach you how to set up your business to be celebrities. She started with the Babe book, is my point. And when I look at what's happened with her business over the last 6 months, she started at like 4,000 followers. She's got about 10,000 now, just over 10,000. Her business is booming. And every single product that I put out, she told me, Tori, whatever you tell me, I'm going to do it. And she has in her business. And so there was an article about her in the paper in Florida, in Boca, I think it is. But it's, yeah, so I put the article up on in my story because I was so proud of her because she knows nothing about like social media and all of that, but she was willing to learn, and she's taken every single tool and really turned her, like, I love it. I'm here for it. Okay, so let's see. I've been in PR for 8 years, and you're giving us some amazing info. I'm going to instruct my students to get your book. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I so appreciate that. I really do. Yeah, tell them it's right there in the link in the bio. And I kept that one inexpensive because, I know that it's more valuable than that. But again, it's about quality. It really is. And getting it out and people making the differences because there's so many people making the same errors. And it's just because they don't know. Oh, trying to interrupt. Oh, I'm sorry, babe. Do you know what time the master? Oh, yeah, it's 6. Oh, trying not to interrupt you. It's a 6. Okay. I need specific help. I'm going to need your help. Oh, we're going to get you together. I need to watch the replay and find my notebook. Absolutely. Hi, Jackie. Hi, Ivy. Okay, so we were on, let's see, we're pretty good on time. Okay, and I'm going to wrap up probably in the next 8 minutes. And then so you guys get your questions ready if you have any questions. So I was talking about the buying and not buying, which someone posted for me. Thank you. I appreciate you. And the reasons why people are not connecting emotionally to you is because it goes back to the copy, okay? And so the second one with the buying and not buying, no call to action. So many, back to homeschool, I love it. Thank you, I like this information, awesome. Thank you. Go get some A's. Tell them what to do, but also don't rush to ask, which goes back to the what's in it for me factor. Because that's what people want to know at the end of the day. That's what you want to know, right? You want to know how I'm going to help you. How is my book going to help you? How is my one-on-one session going to help you? Well, I've just given you all of the reasons why it would. Okay? So, alrighty. And number 3 was a big one that I see is people creating copy around themselves. So, remember how I told you the story earlier of why I started, like, how I discussed my blog with people, how I brought it on, how I presented it. I presented it first by starting out with myself, but also connecting you to it. Thank you. Also connecting you to it, not just focusing on me. I bring you in. I talk to you about, your questions. That is such an important part. It's such an important part, right? So yeah, I think I'm going to wrap up there and let me know if you guys have any questions. Hi from Africa. Hi, Florence. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions. And now is a great time to go ahead and get them answered. How can you incorporate your book without seeming like you're only trying to make a sale? Well, that's easy. Did you feel like I was selling to you today while we talked? I shouldn't say that's easy. I don't mean to sound condescending. I really don't. So I totally don't mean to sound condescending. So I wasn't intended that way. But did you when I talked to you today? Yeah, and that's how, because I know I have a product that's, and see, that is the secret is not a secret. It's research. It's understanding what your audience needs from you, and then consistently delivering it. Do you do one-on-ones more than once? Yeah, you can get as many one-on-ones as you want. And if you join the Diamond Girls, you get a free one-on-one each month. My Diamond Girls get a one-on-one each month. What I mean is not letting it take over your page. Let me see what the rest of the question was. Oh, what happened? Whoops, sorry. I turned my screen. I knew it. Yes, one-on-one's coming. Let's see. Oh, so you mean, let me understand what you mean. You mean someone's trying to get in and they're moving up the screen. So how can you incorporate your book like on your page? You do it by, I actually tell you exactly how to do it in the Babe book. Literally, I tell you exactly how to do that. Oh, okay. How can I tell my business story using all the mediums? Oh wait, where did it go? Using all the mediums that Instagram offers, such as live. That's a loaded question. How can I tell my business story using all the mediums that Instagram offers, such as live? Loaded question. We'd probably have to do a one-on-one to discuss that, because that's going to depend on a lot of factors. What your business is, who your audience is, what you're talking about. That's a lot of factors to consider. Okay, so that's something we'd have to do in a one-on-one. When you said you don't want your page to say bye bye bye, yeah, you don't want your page to say that. You have to incorporate your personality into it as well. Oh wait, it's gone. Good grief, y'all are good. I love it. I love all the questions. That means you're ready and you're ready to get it going. How do you get more information to sign up for the Diamond Girls? That would be in the link in my bio. So on the Posh Girls Club, you can click the link in my bio for that. Okay, let's see. What did I miss? Do you recommend deleting all content and rebrand to improve your voice or story? It depends on what your page looks like. So I'd have to go through your page, and we'd have to, it would definitely depend on your page. Because yes, some content you don't need. Some content you don't want to see. So it would totally depend on that. And I would love to work with you to do that. Or, like I said, I have the Babe book, which is so, you guys think I give a lot of information on live. A lot of people do. They get mad at me. But there's always so much more to be taught. There's always so much more to learn. So that's how I feel about it. And at every single stage of your business, if you've got someone in your corner that's affordable and accessible and willing to help you, then you continue to grow, which means they continue to grow. That's just my personal perspective on it. So it totally, and if I have a sec, I'll look back at your page and see. Let me see if I can get some other questions. I own 2 businesses that I post on my page. I know I need a makeover. Should I delete old pictures? So that would be the same answer for you, okay? It would totally depend. Do you think Instagram will die soon? Instagram ain't going nowhere soon. How do you stay so energetic with so much on your plate? Because I get to be here. That's why. I get to be here. I get to wake up to my 2 beautiful, grouchy teenage boys. Life is short. I have lost, when we were 25, I lost one of the most incredible people in the world. He was godfather to my sons, and he was the best person I've ever known, ever. and he was beautiful and smart, and he was athletic. He was a football player. He was an amazing human being, and he died. We were all the same age, and he died. And that taught me that if someone as great as Blue could pass away, anything was possible, and I'm going to love every single moment, good, bad, and in between. And that's what I have done, and that's what I intend to keep doing, because life is not promised. No moments are promised. So that's how I'm grateful for my life. I'm going to become, I usually post bye. Yes, and is anyone buying? African Blend 868. Is anybody buying? How's that working out? How is that working out? I need to connect with my target market. Yes, you do. You got to connect with the right people. Otherwise, your offers are falling on deaf ears. Like, seriously, let's see. It's a good idea to buy Instagram ads to promote your business. I get this almost every single time I go on live. It depends on your business and what you do. And I mean, ads are good, but it depends on a lot of factors. Where your follower count is at, where you are in your business, if you've set up your brand properly. You don't want to waste money on ads, in other words. You want to make sure, because that's where it's all going. You're going to be paying for ads everywhere, okay? So you want to make sure that money you're spending on ads is actually converting for you. Let's see. Oh, geez. My screen keep moving my screen around because I'm trying to move it up. And people keep trying to get into the call, so I don't want to accidentally tap it. Scroll. Okay, I might have to go on so I can see you guys from my other, because someone, this is crazy. I'm going to have to pull it up on my iPad because someone has a request up and it's not letting me scroll, which is annoying that I can't scroll. So let me see. I'm going to come in to the conversation so that I can see what you guys are asking me. So keep putting your questions in and I will respond. Okay. Oh, you know what? It's not going to show me the old ones. Dang it. Oh, there we go. Got it. Okay. How do you balance personal info and your work and your feed and stories? In most cases, you shouldn't have your personal info unless you're like some sort of coach or some sort of influencer, unless you're the person in your business and people are connecting to you on that level. And someone sent me a question. Oh, okay, that was the question mark afterwards. So Lovely's hair, to answer your question, generally you don't include that unless you are putting yourself into the business somehow. So on like my Posh Life Bling page, there's no photos of me, of the boys. On the Posh Girls Club, you're going to see a little bit. And then I have a personal page where all my personal content goes. I'm rarely there because I'm always on my business pages. So, yeah, very little, because people want to know about the business and how the business helps them. It's that what's in it for me factor. So unless those things go, like my boys, they come in, usually Chrissy, I go live at 2:15 on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on my channel. So Chrissy walks in from baseball sometimes, or if he doesn't have baseball, and he comes in and kisses me. So they know Chris. They're used to seeing him. And my sweet little boy, almost a man. But that is why I sort of include him just a little bit. But on my other business, I don't. Okay? Let's see. You said affordable and accessible. Yeah, absolutely. When is your birthday? I'm curious, and you remind me of me. Hey, Libra life. Woo! October 3rd, babes. Let's see. You have such a happy energy. Thank you. Making me cry. Oh. Hi, Alua. Alua, why are you laughing at me? I was talking about you earlier. I would love for you to take a look at my business page for your thoughts, please. I would love to as well. We should definitely do a one-on-one. Okay, you really want me to give you my thoughts? Oh, boy. I'm nice, though, so no worries. I'm honest, though. She's honest, okay? Her page is probably popping. She's like, look at my page. Let me see what we're working with here. I really want you guys to tell me what you want to cover next week. I would love to hear because I loved doing this poll. So when you go off and you get your babe book or your makeover, post in under my picture and tell me what you want to, what was really pressing you the most in your business. Okay, because I know what I want to talk about. I always have things to talk about. I could talk all day. Okay, we can go on over to the Posh Girls Club after, chit chat. But yeah, no, really, I want to know what topics you want me to continue to do for you guys. Let's see. It's not going to be something crazy, is it? April? Is it April? Okay. How do I engage? And I always go back and watch as well so I can look at your questions and come back with content. So next week, I'm going to be looking for y'all on Thursday at 1 p.m., right? How to create customers that will build customers. I don't completely understand. I think I know what you mean, but I'm not sure. How to engage my target audience. How about getting affiliates when first starting out? Oh, this is good. Okay, I'll go back in and look at some of these. Libra gang, hey. Libras unite. I love it, yes. And I'm a dragon. Who's into Chinese astrology? I'm a dragon too, so. Yes, let a dog cater to you. We got some work to do. Okay, these look fantastic, by the way. Absolutely fantastic. But there's so much we could do with this. So much. So either I want you in one of those products because I would love to work with you. I actually just worked with someone who does something similar in New York. So I would love to work with you. We built her a blog and everything. What do I do when my business page is followed by people that are not my target audience? That's one of the things that I cover in the book as well. Let's see. That's my sister's birthday. Great spirits, truth tellers. Yes, honey. She keeps it all the way real. How do I find suppliers? Hi, honey. And I think you asked me that earlier. That's something that I might have to put into another live. Because suppliers is deep. So, and I think I was in the middle of answering something else and then I forgot. So I might have to do that in another one. Or send me a DM and let's figure out what we can do to chit chat about that. Okay. Everyone wants me to check their business pages. Maybe that's something I can do a little bit longer next week. Yes, that's the word affiliate. I'm trying to understand it. Yeah, we did affiliates. We covered that in the blogging content over the last 2 weeks. We covered some affiliate stuff too. And if you're interested in the blogging bundle, let me know because I can put it back on the Business Rules for Women page. So drop me a yes if you are. Drop me a yes if you want that blog bundle because we can just send it back live again. Okay. We covered that last 2 weeks. And now we're moving on to like the Babe brand that attracts the right customers because all about the customer, which a lot of you have asked me. So maybe I'm going to cover some more of that too. It's all about attracting the right customer because if you're not going to make sales. If you don't love dogs, why am I going to talk to you about Caesar, the pug? Patiently waiting for a job so I can start my business. I actually started Posh Life Bling with no money. Zero. I sold my first product before I had my first product. I talked about that on my live yesterday. I think it's still up. So you can always check that out. I don't reply to DMs. I absolutely reply to DMs. We can open up my DMs right now and there's none unread unless you just sent a request. Anyone who's ever messaged me knows that I usually reply even within 30 minutes. I'm always in my DMs. That's somebody else. Okay, I'm just starting to build my brand. The Babe book will help you. It's the perfect choice because it goes from beginning to end. Yeah, check it out. I think I've gotten all the questions. She tried it, no. I always answer. In fact, I almost feel like I want to pull it up just to show I always answer. Yes, I stay in because I consider that like my emails, right? You can grab the Babe book in the bio. You can grab it right in the bio. Look, I just want y'all to see. Look at that. One request unread. Boop, boop. She replies to her messages, honey. I don't know where it went, babe. I don't know where it went. I'm sorry. It might have been, let's see, I sent it more than a week ago. Yeah, I don't know where it went. Wanted to know which was better, blog or redress by Instagram. Oh, I totally didn't get it then. Because I never ignore people. Yeah. Yeah, if you sent it more than a week ago, then I don't know where it went. Posh Girls Club. What do you sign up for the one-on-one? Right in the bio for Business Rules for Women. Yes. So if you want to contact me through Posh Girls Club because Gabby gets a lot of messages and you might have sent it there. She gets a lot of messages. But if you want to purchase any of the offers that I talked about today, you can do that right in the link in the Business Rules for Women bio because they're special offers just for this audience. Okay, so anyone on here, anyone that comes on later and watches can take advantage of that offer. Okay, I have a specific niche. I'm excited, Serenity. I can't wait. We've been talking through DMs for the last couple of weeks. So I'm really excited to have you. I have a niche market. Doctors, physicians, practices. Can you suggest a marketing strategy? I absolutely can. Tap the link in the bio and grab that one-on-one for 10% off. The code is BRFW, Business Rules for Women. I would love to work with you. One-on-one. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'll be back next week at, I think I'm about to hit my 2-minute mark where they're going to show, yep, there it is. So thank you. I must not have seen it, Step. If you want to message me, you can, or you can try to get it in the next minute. I didn't see your question. They're coming in like really fast, so I'm trying to get them as quickly as I can. But yeah, the one-on-ones, link in the bio, they're 10% off with code BRFW at checkout. And you can also grab the Babe book. Okay? You can also, thank you, Serenity. Yes, we've been messaging back and forth a lot over the last maybe week or so. And yeah, so I look forward to seeing you guys next week. Same time, same place. You are so very welcome. Great. Absolutely. I love it. DM me. I'm going to check them. I always check as soon as I get off lives as well. So I look forward to seeing you guys next week. It's always my goal to provide you value because I want to see you win. I want to see y'all kill it, okay? There's enough room for everybody. As always, like I said, thank you for joining in. I appreciate you spending your time with me. And that's it. Keep hustling. Talk to y'all soon. Bye.